What's going on? It's Trevor again, just bringing you a scout tutorial, as I think this is a tutorial that really needs to be looked at by some players, as a lot don't seem to know how to use it, and you just see people sitting absolutely miles away from the objectives, or anybody in general, trying to get a headshot from like 4 miles away, which is, don't get me wrong, it's doable, probably once every blue moon, but it's not actually something that you're gonna bring to the game and help your team to win. If you look down a lot of the scout players that main it, they don't have pretty good win to loss ratios as a general rule. I don't get me wrong, there is certain players that play scout that play it very well, but they tend to not be sat at the back of the map somewhere totally random on their own, like they're in Chernobyl, an absolute ghost town. The first thing I want to talk about is setting your zoom sensitivities. So obviously you can set each one differently, but I would recommend setting them all what's comfortable to you. I've always had mine 120% just because that's what I put it to when I started playing, as it felt nice, and that's what I've always stuck to. So like I say, it's what's comfortable to you in that respect. Same as choosing your weapon, which is what my next thing is. And my personal favourite is a Gewehr 98 sniper. I like to have a ×10 zoom. Again, it's totally personal preference. I like to use ×10 zoom on all the maps. I don't particularly choose ×4 or ×6, ×8. I just stick to what I know and what I'm comfortable with, and it tends to work for me. And I would probably suggest doing the same. But it's entirely up to you what you want to use. You don't have to have a scope. You can use ×4, ×6, ×8, blah blah blah. But I like to use ×10, as if you are quite a distance away, it makes it very easy to just pinpoint the headshots. Another thing as well is to pick the scope for the map. Obviously, if you're playing team deathmatch or domination, a ×10 is just unnecessary, and you're probably not going to get many kills. If you want to use a scope, I'd probably suggest the lowest zooming scope possible, or even iron sights. Iron sights are great if you're running and gunning, but that's not what playstyle I associate with a scout. I mean, if you run and gun, you may as well just use a shotgun, or Automatico, whatever. I would tend to use, for my gadgets, I would use a flare gun as absolute god of this class. This makes or breaks games, and there's so many times I've had snipers on my team who have no idea what the flare gun is, and it can be such a game changer. If you're in a squad and you put down a flare on an objective, you're basically showing the squad members in your team where every enemy is, and it's an absolute no-brainer to run it. And the chances are, if you've got a couple of people doing that and you've got flares on every objective, whether you're playing frontlines, domination or conquest, etc., you're probably going to take the objective. End of the day, if you can see where they are on the minimap, you're winning. You've got an instant advantage. And there's been a lot of times where I've had people that have played on my team, and they put a flare gun down, and you see somebody hiding around the corner waiting to shotgun you. You just take a long direct route and shoot them instead. They don't particularly like it, but it works really well. Other than that, I don't think it really matters what you use. I'd suggest just running K rounds for if you are playing Conquest or any vehicle modes that you can contribute into damaging a vehicle. But even, if you're doing run out of ammo in general, you can always put a few K rounds through, and they do kill, so it's definitely worth carrying that extra ammo. Grenades is each to their own, really. I prefer to put incendiaries down so I can basically stop people rushing towards me. I can just throw an incendiary down and it'll stop them pushing me. Next, I would have a long reach melee weapon. So I wouldn't run a knife, no chance, because you can actually no scope body shot pretty accurately and get it, and then you just club them, or you switch to pistol. The pistol I would run is the Frommerstop, as it's the quickest pistol to switch to. So if you switch from your sniper to your Frommerstop, it switches the fastest, and you can get the fastest shot off. It's not the most stable gun, but it certainly does the job. Another thing that I would suggest is gameplay. Don't rush in like Rambo. It's not what the scout class is made for. If you want to rush in like Rambo, choose an assault class, choose a medic class, choose a support class. They're a lot more kitted out for it. The scout class isn't made to be a rush class, it's made to be a scout, essentially. So that brings me on to spotting enemies. If you've got an enemy, you can see him. Don't mean everybody else in your team can. If you can't hit him, just spot him, and someone might be at the side of him, not even know he's there, and shoot him. You know, it really makes you an objective player. You know, if people see you running a scout and you're doing plenty of spotting, plenty of flares, you're really helping your team out, and chances are you're contributing a lot more than what you probably get given credit for. Just another tip as well, when you see somebody, don't spend 10 minutes lining your shot, just take the shot. Even if you miss, you can take another position up that's close by where some scouts might not have seen you and take that shot again. It's not the end of the world if you miss. Another thing as well, once you've taken a shot, so you take the shot and obviously your gun recoils. As soon as you pull the trigger to take the shot, you don't need to watch the bullet go through his face, just zoom out straight away. So you're back to your full field of view so you can see what's going off around you. I find it really helpful, and it also helps like reset your crosshair back to the centre, which is also very helpful. Once you're playing and you know what you're doing, you know where your distance is, what's effective and what's not, you need to start using cover. So say if you're watching a point, I'll put a clip on here where I'm using cover and it's really effective because I can see down onto people but no one can shoot me from the side. So it's really nice to be able to think, oh yeah, I can get in, bang, 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 get a 3 or 4 before anybody's even seen you, so you can just totally move off then and go somewhere else. The thing is to create angles. Trying to hit somebody who's running towards you like direct is really such a pain. You need to get at sort of 10, 20, 30 degrees so you've got an angle to aim at. I think it's really the key to running a scout. Another thing is that to always be on move. Don't sit in one place all the time. You need to, you know, take a few shots, and if you miss, you miss. Move on, because they will get wise to you, and if you kill the same person 2 or 3 times and he knows you're in the same spot, he's just gonna, you know, be smart about it. He'll switch to his scout class, go around and flank you, shoot you, that's it, you're dead. If you always keep on moving, they never know where they're getting shot from. So they might think, oh yeah, I'll stand at one side of a rock. Alright, they can't see me from here, but if you're in a different position, you can still shoot down and get him, which is really nice. Another one, don't stand out in open. You know, if you stand out open, you're either going to get a long range medic gun shot at you, an LMG shot at you. You know, they do have silly ranges, in my opinion. I think they're too far. Or you're just going to get your head pinged off by a sniper. As well, when you're playing, I'll put a clip on here as well. When you're playing, you need to be really aware of what's going on around you and listen really well. If you're not playing with a headset, like, buy one. It will be the best thing you ever do. It will change your game so much for the better. And you listen for people coming round, and on this clip 2 people rushed me with SMGs. I managed to get a body shot on one and then finish him off with a pistol, and then finish the other guy with a pistol. They both had SMGs against me at 10 meters or so with a sniper rifle on the sidearm. You know, I should not have won that gunfight, but because I was aware and I was ready for them coming, I could do that. And as well, if you're in a position and you see somebody's glint, so I'm talking about what you see in their scope, you know, you've all seen it, it's just like a glint basically. And if you see that, don't pop your head up and come on, they're just waiting for you, you're just asking for it. Rotate round, take another position and take the shot, and make sure he doesn't see you. And then you just a sitting duck then, because 9 times out of 10 the same person's sat in the same spot all the time. So it's really nice to be able to go and move, take his head off, move again, and you're just winning. This is probably the key point to the whole video, is don't be a body shot sniper. It is not good practice. If you want to be a good sniper, you have to aim for heads. You know, you see a lot of people run around and the crosshair's not even at head height, they're just walking around with the crosshair at body height, and you just think, why would you do that? What? You're a sniper. Precision is the key to being a good scout. If you aim for the head every time, it'll not only make you a better player overall, but I guarantee you will get more kills in the long run. It'll probably be a bit crappy at first and you'll not enjoy it so much, but after a few weeks you will be so much better as a general player all around it, and it'll improve all your game play across all the classes. It's the biggest thing I would say overall, is to always go for a headshot if you can. And the last point is just play with confidence. Be confident in what you're doing. Don't think, oh well, he might outshoot me. Just think, I'm going to take his head off and go for it. You know, if he does kill you, it's not in the world. Just take a different position, kill him. It's the biggest thing. If somebody sees you playing with confidence, you just basically put fear into them and they don't know how to react. Anyway, that's me done. If you've got any other tips want to put in or any questions, feel free to drop a comment below, and please like, subscribe. Right, cheers, see ya.